3 months before the release of Invincible Season 2, we got the Adam Eve special. It was a standalone episode of Invincible that covered the origin story of Adam Eve. It was based off of the 2-issue run Invincible Presents Adam Eve, released in 2007, 4 years after the first issue of Invincible released in 2003. Then, in 2009, Invincible Presents Adam Eve and Rex Splode was released. It was a 3-issue run that covered Rex Splode's origin, how Rex and Eve met, and their first mission together. During the wait for Invincible Season 3, I was sure another episode covering these issues was going to be released. Just how the Adam Eve special was teased with a young Eve in the Diner teaser, a young Rex was also teased in the Season 3 Diner teaser. The Rex Splode special never became a thing. But why? Here's a clip I found from the Invincible podcast where Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible, talks about why the Rex Splode special never happened.
This show, it's been teased, and tell us. The world wants to know what's going on with the Rex Splode special.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why
was
would
there
you
not
guys
enough?
think there's a Rex Splode special? Like, what makes you think there's a Rex Splode special? Like,
I mean,
just because you see a young Adam Eve in the diner, and then there was an Adam Eve special, and then you see a young Rex in the diner, doesn't mean that there's a Rex Splode special. There's certainly nothing happening right now. It would be fun to do more of those specials. I love teasing people, but we've just been so focused on the show and getting the show out and making the show. The Adam Eve special was done because there was a giant gap, and we were like, if we push this one episode out, we can at least get that out before the second season. But now that we're doing things on a regular clip, as much as we like to do other specials, we are having trouble finding the time to do so. So again, like as I say, it would be a nice thing to do. We'd love to be able to do it. We have not as of yet. So sorry.
He explains that they never had the time or budget to do more specials after they first started making Invincible on their new schedule, which makes perfect sense. The Rex Splode special isn't happening, as of now. So I thought I would make this video to show the events that take place over the 3-issue run. So please enjoy. Issue 1. It starts off with Rex stealing some food when he's stopped by a man named Radcliffe. Radcliffe scolds Rex for stealing and asks him what his parents would think of this, when Rex responds with the fact that his parents are the ones who sent him. After Radcliffe lets him go, Rex returns home with the food. After a bit, Radcliffe arrives at Rex's house with steaks for the family, and then offers a lifetime of food for the family in return for taking Rex. Rex's father quickly agrees. Rex lives at a government facility for some time while constantly training his combat skills. Eventually, Radcliffe explains to Rex that it is time for Rex to receive his new abilities, so a surgery is held. After surgery, Rex is taught that he now is able to charge non-living material to create explosions. And he has also been given injections to increase his reflexes, strength, and durability to make him resilient from his explosions. Rex then starts to go on missions, but he starts to question Radcliffe if what they're doing is good, even though he's killing people. Radcliffe explains that what they're doing is necessary. After some more missions, Rex eventually gets a mission to blow up the entire Pentagon to kill a specific target. He is very hesitant on blowing up such an important government building, but Radcliffe keeps insisting that he is doing the right thing. While Rex is on his way there, he runs into Kirkman being blasted through a building, and then flying out following Kirkman is none other than Adam Eve. Issue 2. Rex and Eve start to introduce themselves to each other, and then are interrupted by Kirkman. Eve and Rex are able to make quick work of him though. Rex then is able to figure out that Eve is a superhero, and explains to her that he needs help. He explains his confusion with his job. He gets paid to kill people and to be a hitman, and he's constantly told he works for the government and that they're the good guys. Eve tells Rex that he definitely sounds like he's a supervillain, working for bad people. Rex is also worried because he has nowhere to be besides his supposed government home. Eve then reluctantly offers to let Rex secretly stay with her at her parents' house. While Eve is sleeping, Rex decides to head back to his job after leaving a note for her. Rex then, instead of planting a bomb on the suitcase that was supposed to go to the Pentagon, leaves a note. We find out that it was Cecil Stedman's suitcase. The note read, "I don't know who you are, but I just saved your life." The next morning, Rex starts to pack up and leave the facility. On his way out, he sees a picture of Radcliffe and his own father, who is in military attire. Then Radcliffe confronts Rex about the failed mission at the Pentagon. Rex tries to ask him about his father, but Radcliffe brushes it off and continues to pursue Rex. When Rex talks back to him, Radcliffe swats Rex in the face, yells at him about his disobedience, and then starts to choke him. Rex, trying to push Radcliffe off of himself, accidentally charges Radcliffe's glasses, which then ends up exploding Radcliffe's head, killing him. Rex panics and then wraps a coil around all the facility, and then finally charges it and blows everything up. Rex then heads to Eve's house and explains everything that happened. Eve worries and tells Rex that if the government goes there to investigate the explosion, they'll be searching for Rex. The issue ends at the site of the wreck, where Mr. Erickson, the main antagonist of the Adam Eve special, is glad to hear that the results of one of the corpses was Radcliffe. Issue 3. Rex and Eve head to the remains of the facility to see the workers and Mr. Erickson there. Eve decides before they head in there to get rid of all the evidence that Rex needed a proper superhero costume. When Rex blows up the gate to get inside, it gets the attention of Mr. Erickson, who sends some special government troopers to find them. Mr. Erickson tells his workers to get him his sidearm, but once Mr. Erickson sees that it's superheroes that are there, he orders for his big sidearm. Using his big sidearm, Mr. Erickson and the troopers go after Rex and Eve. The troopers fight Rex and Eve, but Rex and Eve are able to tie most of them up. Eve removes a portion of the ground to expose the piping for Rex to blow the entire area up. While charging the pipe, Mr. Erickson catches Rex and Eve, and he threatens them with his big gun, and asks Rex for his name. He says, Rex, when Eve then throws in Splode, giving Rex his proper superhero name. Erickson looks at Eve and scolds her for interrupting, but he still has no memory of her from when she wiped his memory in the Adam Eve special. Mr. Erickson starts to offer Rex a job, then Rex yells no. He's already had 2 dads that both sucked, and he doesn't need another. He says that all he needs is his girlfriend, and he grabs Eve, distracting them while he throws his baton into the piping, starting the explosion. When it all explodes, Eve protects her and Rex while giving him a big smooch. Mr. Erickson yells to his troops to salvage anything they can. While he's distracted, Rex and Eve are able to escape. We then see Rex and Eve in Art Taylor's shop, where Rex is getting fitted for a new suit. Art explains that seeing young superheroes in their torn-up costumes broke his heart, and he had to make Rex a new costume. Later, Eve explains everything that occurred to her during the Adam Eve special to Rex. That Mr. Erickson killed her real parents, and she ended up wiping his memory. After some time of Rex secretly living in Eve's bedroom, he's able to find his original parents' address online, and leaves. Eve later sees the address on her computer and leaves to go find Rex. We see Rex standing outside of his original home, where his parents are now living happily, celebrating Christmas. Rex begins to form an explosion to kill them, but when he sees that they now have 2 young kids, he lets go. Eve then finds him and explains he did the right thing and really is a good person. They go to stop the Lizard League, where, to quote Rex, it was time for Adam Eve and Rex Splode to kick some butt. And that is the end of Invincible Presents Rex Splode and Adam Eve. I do hope someday a Rex Splode special will be released. It's a good story that allows us to learn a lot more about Rex's character. I'm hopeful, with Robert Kirkman wanting to do a special, that they will eventually find some time and budget to make their Rex Splode special happen.